Hello team. This is your resident medic main here. I'm just gonna be making this to see if it potentially helps anyone. I'm also gonna use it for myself just to like get my thoughts across. I'm just gonna basically reviewing the 5.0 demo from yesterday, talking about what I was thinking, where I do things wrong, where I feel like I do things right, what we could change, and just basically how I see things. So perhaps when I talk about these things, people can give me counterpoints and see if it improves it in some way. So see how this goes. So the other thing that happens right here, and it's always been a pet peeve of mine when it comes to Zeo, is just spamming jump. It becomes really obnoxious when I'm trying to heal other people. Right now I feel pretty safe taking Garage, or just pushing towards Garage, because, well, our scouts are pressuring really, really well. I'm being a retard and just trying to shoot arrows on people that I obviously can't hit. But we win the mid fairly dominantly, I believe. I'm playing by a scout right now, and I believe Brandon needs heals, so I turn around to leave Yuki. But Yuki remains fine, I think. And they just get pressured out and it's fine. Then right here, I call to push left with Brandon. And we start taking left, me, Brandon, and Fire all take this area here. And my idea here was that we take this immediately, we perhaps push through Z, wherever we go, we just need to go quickly, and just get them out of second. Perhaps if that even means exchanging Ubers, and just take the ground, but like what happens is, we like start rotating up, and then we get to this point, and we just stop doing anything. And I don't know if this is because like I wasn't assertive enough in like saying, okay, let's go, like I want to go, let's push. So like Yuki dies and they just push out on an entire flank and we just get boxed out because I get forced here like wanting to go. So I feel like it's a mix of my fault right there, but also a mix of like I don't understand why my two people that are with me are being so scared. Like we've just got to get into them and go, otherwise we're just baiting our flank basically. Sillily enough, Fire drops the medic, and then there's the old classic down 1v1 here, which is a waste of time. Like, probably should have just suicided. But doesn't matter that much, and then he gives you the fat taunt. So we're going crits right now, which may have been a mistake from me, but I believe the Ubers were equal, and I wanted to build. Which, like, to me right now, like, they're taking second, me and you shouldn't be forward. And by me and you, I mean Brandon. So, like, okay, we're holding last. They don't have Uber yet, build. I shouldn't even have Con doing it. To me, this should just, like, subconscious to Brandon already. But if I need to say it, I'll start saying it more, but it should just, like, build. So I get bombed here, I live, it's completely fine. Build. Is what we need to be doing right now. And people are just, like, jumping away from me, there's no one for me to heal. Even despite the fact that we're not building, we go into this with neither like enough ad to kill them, or kill the medic just before he like pops, but we get unlucky I believe. Let me get on the Brandon cam. 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Literally right as we go in they get it. Which shouldn't be happening. Like, if we were building right then, we could have probably gone and killed a bunch of people and it would have been completely fine. So we trade the Ubers, Yuki dies up a Fire also dies up, which shouldn't, to me, shouldn't be happening at all. Like, people should be like recognizing so quickly when they should get out. Conrad here is doing $1 million to the pocket. He begins laughing about it. I start shooting arrows like a retard in like a few seconds, then he hits the railing. I believe we get ourselves in the exact same situation again. This is where Fire calls for the crits, and I believe his sticky hits a pillar, which I guess is a mix of like panic and just not doing like I don't know. It's like making sure we're doing shit ahead of time. It's like we're doing shit too much in the moment when it's like we should be like knowing already what we want to do. So there's like no way they're not going to repush us here, so again, I don't know why people are forward here. We should be like recognizing we don't have any advantage here and playing it safely. So, like, pretty much a lost round, there's not much we can do here. We lost people when we shouldn't have, we didn't do much with our crits. So right here, soldier gets on me, so... I start getting, I think, fairly scared and don't move out of the choke because that soldier just remains on the crates and there's a scout right in front of it, so there's like, not much I can do, like, if... It's like the polar opposite of how good the last round was. But I mean, understandably, we probably just got collapsed on through pressure. In this part in particular, like I was gonna say, Brandon, you should probably just stuck with me then, because like, instead of me getting out with Falubra and you remaining alive, I just have to go for an Uber play. Which realistically changes how this entire round plays out, because like, instead of me getting out with Uber and you getting out live, it's like, con trades, we no longer have Uber, we're facing 100%. This is where con calls for the double sniper play, and in classic look, con calls be right next to the door so if you get bombed you can just hide. Zio just gets bombed immediately and then dies. So yeah, Zio's already dead. There's realistically no way we can win this round. They're already in. They Uber, it's 5 versus 6, so lost round. Which could have not been this bad and could have been potentially like replayed if we didn't like just needlessly waste bodies. Like, I think people underestimate how beneficial it is to just sit next to a medic, as silly as that is to say. This is the mid that we win in a pretty gimmicky fashion. So con calls for the left call, we go left pretty hard. Me, Howard and Brandon all get into their garage. I call this soldier here, I say he should die but he jumps away, it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, we take the garage here. I'm gonna get on the con cam. So we're in their garage right now. They send 2 people at us who die sillily. And then Con and Yuki start pressuring them. We're all behind them right now. So they more or less just get collapsed on as they come back through the choke. So, like, even though I believe we shouldn't have won it, because they should just shout on our scouts, realizing that we're all behind them. They just like throw people at us and our scouts can just pressure them out and we kill them. So like, Falub right now, they got a sniper up. Fire's already way ahead, like staking stuff off. We are in a really good position to win this round. But the problem comes down to like once we cap mid, we have Brandon, Zio, and Fire all just kind of like sat around the point. And it's like, problem here comes down to we're taking so long to do this that I don't want to call to do anything because I don't want to make any actions without my classes coming with me in case something silly happens. So, like, they get to 60% by the time we even get close to capping the point. And then by that time is when I call to, like, I'm going to wrap around to lunchbox and we're going to go upper. But, like, by that time, they already have a Faluba, so we've squandered a perfectly good full advantage just because of how scared we are to take the point despite having, like, more or less all the presence in the world. And then, like, one of the basic things that goes wrong immediately at the start of this fight is Yuki dies early on. Like, Yuki is the first death on our team, which I've said it before and I'll say it again. Scouts are so fucking vital to, like, post-Uber fights, just because it's the class that's built for cleaning up, that if we have 2 scouts alive versus, like, say, their 2 soldiers alive, there's no way the 2 scouts should lose. Yeah, like, we have some really poor positioning right now. I'm getting pressured super hard by the scout. So is Fire, we have no one really stopping him. And then it just becomes me and Fire. Brandon, I believe, was out of that fight because he was grabbing a pack, and then me and Brandon back out, and it becomes a reset. Which I guess isn't too bad, but we realistically should have just won that round there and then. Yeah, I'm getting pressured here by a demo because my classes are just shoving forward. It's, again, pretty goofy, stuff shouldn't be happening like that. It's like simple communication errors. So we trade Scout for a Roamer, I believe, which isn't too bad. They get a lot of silly aggression here, so that's 2 down, and then I believe we Uber fight here. Yeah, Yuki dies. So we have 2 scouts down, which already to me seems like a silly situation. Brennan goes in, I believe, to like kill the medic post-fight so we can get like some kind of advantage, but just dies for it. I'm not sure if they repressure us here, I imagine they don't. So yeah, okay. We'll just see how this plays out so far. It should be just a case of building and then playing it out. I believe Yuki gets a pick and we go in off of it. I'm not sure what goes wrong. But I'll hold my breath in case I'm wrong. Yeah, he gets the pick right there. I believe the call is to just go in left. Or is it? I think Colin's like, we should go in right because you called they were close. Oh wait, no. Colin like nearly dies here, so I force on him. Which might have been bad for me to do, I'm not sure. But better safe than sorry to me. So they have a much better Uber than us right here. I'm just kind of like hanging out because I don't want to get near the point. I felt kind of bad here because it was like super baity, and then I just... Oh no, wait, no, I get out because they like ignore me for whatever reason. Like, I felt kind of bad there because I felt like it was kind of baity, but at the same time, I don't think we can all sit on the point like that when they clearly have a better Uber than us. We should be playing it more back, keeping the people alive, and then potentially playing it after the Uber's faded or just getting out, like, without losing people. I feel like that was a silly choice by the team as a whole. But again, like I said, I felt kind of baity. Maybe it was different if I was healing everyone, but I feel like it would have been. Wouldn't have been, should I say. So I call the F adders right here. I think I call like 20% because I wasn't healing for quite a little bit. And it's only like 10%, but I think it's better to call a little over than it is to call a little under. So there's a lot of silly pressure going on right here. I'm not sure particularly what's going on right here, but it doesn't feel right and I feel like we should get out, but I feel like we drop another 2 people right here. And I believe... Wait, actually no, it's Zio's not in, so... Yeah, we dropped 2, but it's like we needlessly dropped them just because we're not watching shit. Them was pressuring us pretty hard, and then we hold yard here. I think this is where I might do the retard part because I accidentally right-clicked. Also, yeah, that's where I believe we had both soldiers going with health pack. Zio, in that case, you can just probably just come to me for heals, because like by the time you've spent all that time looking around for a health pack, you just could have got great heals and been fine. Get a pick here. I believe like we started pressuring left side, but then Nice was like, oh, they're probably aware we're going left side with like our presence, so they're probably going to rotate a lot of people there. At which point in time it might not have been too bad to go through garage, but like they already got a respawner by then, so we squandered like what was the potential? Yep, there's the retard pop. And that tilted me. I swear that soldier must have seen that we popped. Like I guess he didn't. Or must have seen that I had no Uber at the very least, but whatever. Like, even though we get Uber again, like, I'm pretty sure Fire just dies up needlessly close, and then, even though I shouldn't have, I'd just drop amidst a bunch of, like, bullshit that's going on. It just made no sense what happened after we got this Uber back. But then again, maybe the accidental pop tilted the shit out of everyone. It's like, we should be pretending like we have Uber, but that doesn't mean you should be, like, in a position that's so retardedly forward that you're just going to die for it, like, even if we would have Uber. It's like Fire goes forward here again, I think, and just dies. Or like Yuki dies to a rocket that's like... Okay. Okay, so Zio's dead. Fire dies. Pretty sure I drop here as they push through Z or something. Yeah. Looks like the positions are just nonsensical then, and they probably just got like impatient and just straight up shoved us. Which is why I don't like people holding those like big ballsy, like really hard aggressive positions, because if the team decides they're just gonna fucking push, it puts you in a really easy position to die. So yeah, this is where we call for the cat push, and it's like, this is what I'm talking about, where it's like, literally no one was on my screen that was a teammate, and I just kind of died because, well, I don't know where anyone had gone. Didn't matter too much, I guess, because their medics died, but we're still, like, needlessly losing a mid because we're trying a strategy we haven't refined. But that's, like, that's two different problems. That's trying something we haven't tried before, and yeah. So we're up in Uber, slight decide, shouldn't matter too much unless they push immediately off the red. We should definitely be building right now. I believe this is where Brandon's holding up and then... Oh wait, no, it's not. There's like one awkward situation where Zero and Brandon have to rotate, but it's not this one. Blabbering. We should be building right now. I'm not healing for some reason. Like... Well, that was probably my fault. Because I believe I lagged out then. For whatever reason, I was just not healing nor moving. So I believe this is where I was like, I just don't know what's going on, because I like called that we should go left because that was the thing that was working, but we went through garage again. For whatever reason, but instead of like going up cat, we go garage, or like just go straight out of garage. But for some reason, whatever way we just win this, I think. Checkers isn't too bad. The only thing I don't like about pushing out garage is if they have a soldier that pushes on or bombs onto the crates early, he can just spam me down. It's like unless I get out early, which relies on my team safely getting me out, I just kind of get stuck. So this was like where we wanted to like hard pressure left side, but this was still really silly because like we were just making it so easy to recognize that we had so many people in this garage that they just rotate hard to choke and then just start pushing us slowly but surely. Because we made it like so obvious. So they make drops. That should be like a really easy push for us. Scout shouldn't force me. This is where a soldier I think pushes close to left side and forces me, I think. Yeah. Bad position on my part. I just figured my team was going to keep going forward, but yeah, that's pretty much my bad. We should have a full Uber here to push into last. So this is good right now, we're doing what we should do, we're like getting a pretty large ad because we're building and they're not. I mean, we probably obviously don't go enough of this because like we can't recognize they're not building, I guess. because they could be doing the exact same thing, but it's good that we're getting these distinct advantages. Perhaps we should recognize that we're doing that more often, because that's what I mean, that's like the power of building. You can just get these advantages from literally nothing. This is where a soldier gets really close to me and forces me even though he shouldn't be able to. Like, that guy should have just died immediately. I guess he got saved by his medic, and then I silly dropped Zeos. So then we back out. We dropped a class for a class. I think yeah, I just barely live here. They drop 2, we drop Yuki. They drop the soldier, I get spammed by the demo and then killed by the medic. So they have their medic up, we have our medic down. I don't know why people suddenly decided they were just gonna go forward then, that was really, really silly. We could have potentially held second there if we just kept classes up. But instead we're gonna lose it.
Alert! The control point is being captured. We have lost the control point.
Yeah, so this is where I like start calling for us to back up a lot more, because like we clearly have no distinct advantage and we should just be like backing up slowly but surely, making sure no one dies. I think something probably goes wrong in Yard here and we just like get fucked in the long run if this is close to the end of the demo. Yeah, it is, this is really close, so something clearly goes wrong. Soldier jumps into us, he should be like... I'd probably didn't have to force so early, but I didn't want people to take damage. I probably shouldn't have gone back here, I should have been keeping on con, so it was probably my bad. Actually, almost definitely my bad. I should have stayed with con instead of going back, but I didn't know if that soldier's like gonna do massive damage to our classes back there while still getting Ubered. And then Fired's caught out. Yeah, so just me not healing the right person then probably lost us that fight, so yeah. So yeah, like what I could like gather from that for myself is just I was making a lot of silly decisions on, or like a lot of wrong decisions on who to be healing and when, and also just like not being assertive in the right times, I guess. But like what needs to be important with like what I heard from the comms and what I saw from the demo is like people need to be like listening to me more. Like if I say we're doing something, we need to just go and do it before we like end up killing like one half of our team because we're trying to do something and the other team's reacting to it, but we're not doing what we said we're doing. Like with that push into left side where we just kind of get in a lunchbox and we don't really do anything and our entire flank dies for it. Let's see what else. Some of that, like, recognizing when people should be in and when they should not. Like, I can gladly call, like, when we should be leaving and when we should be, like, getting forward, but at the same time, people should, like, also be subconsciously, like, keeping aware of when they should be, when it's good to be and when it's good to be out. Like, pressing tab at all times, checking a team's health if they're, like, calling their lit. Like, be like, okay, I'm recognizing my team's getting hurt. Perhaps I should back up at this point. It's a lot of basic, like, what to me I believe is basic things that I think a lot of people could, like, recognize if they just sit and watch a demo. You don't even, like, have to watch yourself, just watch, like, health bars and, like, where our team's positioned with what kind of health. Because just watching that kind of thing can tell you, like, oh, fuck, like, okay, our team is, like, all 100 health right here, and their team's pushing into us. This is probably a good time to back up, because our medic clearly can't put us all from, like, 100 to full buff in, like, a span of 5 seconds. So let's just back up and just replay it smartly, instead of, like, being, oh shit, we gotta fucking go. So yeah, it's like, we need to find, like, the right balance, basically, instead of being, like, way too passive or way too aggressive. We need to get back to that sweet spot medium that we used to have. I guess, to put it concisely and simply, instead of playing dumb and scared, play smart and confident. That's the easiest way I can sum it up.